Today we're going to be doing a fall teardrop. So in your little sack you should have a teardrop like this. It comes flat in a box, so the first thing that we need to do is sort of make it a little bit more 3D by sort of pushing back and separating the little green branches. That's what I'm going to call them today. Sort of fluff it out a little bit. Make it nice and fluffy. And then we're going to make a little trough down the middle of it. You can tell that there's a spine in there, so the branches seem to separate fairly easy, like that. So you should have two pieces of foliage, fall foliage like this. We'll just take one and we're going to place it right in the center of that trough that we made. And then we're going to take two of the little branches and secure it just by twisting it, the two together. We're going to just go ahead and do the top portion of this first. The next is a really nice pick here that has a mixture of fall leaves and berries and a couple little pumpkin or gourds that you might call it. And we're just going to, sometimes they come all in a box so they're squished up, so we're just going to give them a 3D look as well. And then we're going to lay this right on top of our fall leaves. And then we're going to take another set of branches and twist them together to secure that. Now we can sort of maneuver these leaves, our fall leaves, and sort of mix in the greenery with our fall leaves and sort of give it a 3D look, sort of a mixture look. We might go ahead and take a couple of the top branches of the greenery and twist those at the top just to give it more secure up there. And we can maneuver those leaves however we want to because they're all wired and they just do whatever we want them to do. So at this point, our teardrop looks like this. Then you have a piece, a spray of flowers like this that we're just going to also add right in the center on top of the other two pieces. And then take the two branches and twist them together, make them real secure. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple other lower branches and twist it as well, just to give it a little bit more stability. The more you can find a little green twig from your twig or branch from your teardrop to secure a flower or a pick or a leaf or anything, that just makes it a little bit more steady and a little bit more firm. You won't have any problem of it coming out or anything. Well, that's basically the top part. Now we're going to work on the bottom part. We're going to take the other fall leaf and we're going to place it down at the bottom of our teardrop. It can go just a hair below the last tip of the greenery. And we're just going to take a couple of branches and twist it just so it will hold it in place. Then we're going to take the other mixed spray that we have with the berries and the pumpkins and the leaves and the little twigs. Sort of separated them out. They're all squished up. And then we're going to lay it just at the bottom, just like we did at the top. And we're going to secure it with a couple, let's go ahead and do maybe at least 2 or 3 twigs. That way it'll cover up those the twigs from the sprays. Sort of fluff it like that, and then we'll see if we can take a couple and just twist it around just to secure the bottom as well. There we go. Like I said earlier, you can maneuver these leaves and twigs however you want to. However you think it might look good. Our next item is going to be our Happy Fall Y'all sign. It already comes with a hanger, so we're just going to place it sort of on top of our bottom part of the foliage, and we're just going to take one of the little green twigs from the teardrop. I'm just going to wrap that hanger around that a couple of times and then just twist it a little bit so it will hold nice and firm, like that. In your packet, you should have pre-cut 3 different kinds of ribbon. We're going to take the short ones first. I'm going to take this little plaid one here. I'm just going to make a loop and a little short tail and just sort of scrunch it up. Then I'm going to take this burlap piece about halfway and just scrunch it up like this. And then our final piece, do the same thing, halfway, scrunch it up. Now, this ribbon is all wired, so we can sort of curl the bottom of it and make it look like a cute little tail. You should have some wire in your packet. We're just going to take the wire halfway tight and twist in the back. So this is what our little tail is going to look like. So we're going to place this down in the bottom area of our teardrop. It's important that you take the wire and take it all the way back to the back of the teardrop on both sides. Tight it and then twist it real good. If you have wire cutters, you can clip off excess wire, but if you don't, you can just twist it and poke it into the greenery part of the teardrop. And then we can maneuver these, sort of twirl and twist our ribbon like that. Then we have same 3 ribbons, longer ribbons, so we're going to take those. I usually just take it, fold it in half, and I'm just going to scrunch it up like that. And then I'm going to take it and make a loop out of the bottom, and then I'm just going to fold the ribbon up and make another loop at the bottom like that. Then we're going to take our next thin ribbon, fold it in half, and then just scrunch it up like that. There, same thing. We're going to take the ribbon and make a loop at the top, scrunch it up in the middle like we did earlier, and then fold the bottom one up and scrunch it up. And you can sort of see that one ribbon is a little bit longer than the other, which is good, the loops, and then our tails are about the same. Then we have one more ribbon. We're going to do the same thing, fold it in half, and then scrunch it up in the center with the other two ribbons. We're going to make a bow, a loop at the top, as before, the other two, and then fold at the bottom to make a loop and scrunch. Like that. And we'll take another piece of wire, same thing, but halfway through the wire, we just pull it tight and twist it tight. And then we're going to take our two pieces of wire above our sign and take the two pieces of wire all the way back to the back, pull it tight, and twist a couple of 3 times, and then poke the wire into the greenery part. Now our bow needs a little bit of shaping here, so we're going to take our loops that we made and see what we can do to sort of shape it up. Our little tails can go sort of to the back portion of the teardrop. We usually like to try to do our loops opposite each other, like these will be opposite, these are opposite, and then we'll take this, our burlap, and make it opposite as well. Sometimes you may have to maneuver a greenery to sort of make it look right. We can do that. All of our ribbon is wired, so, and then you can just play with the loops and tails until you sort of get them the way you want them. You can twirl that to the side there. And then we have a nice fall teardrop.